Hi guys, welcome to Cranble. Today we're celebrating July the 4th with our American cousins across the pond by doing an amazing breakfast of really super light, fluffy pancakes. The things that make them fluffy is we're going to whip the egg whites up, so when they hit the pan, they raise and they're absolutely delicious. We're going to serve that with some smoked bacon and some maple syrup. It's really, really easy to do, but you can also find the recipe on cranble.com. First job, we need to combine all our dry ingredients. 25 grams of caster sugar, that goes in. Then we want a teaspoon of baking powder, and this is also going to help our pancakes to rise. Then we'll just combine that dry ingredients, and then we're going to add our milk. Use whole fat milk just because it's really, really unhealthy and the flavour is going to be loads better. Give that a mix, it'll go really thick, really, really thick. And then we want to add our egg yolks, so we're going to separate our eggs. Make sure this bowl is super clean, otherwise your eggs will not whip up properly if the bowl's contaminated with dirt. So egg yolks in there, and then you want to flip this in. If your whisk gets clogged like mine has, you can always use a spatula, which is, I think, what I'm going to switch to now. And then next we need to whip up our egg whites. Okay, so first of all, you want to get your old school mixer. If you've got a tabletop mixer, that's absolutely fine. You want to add a pinch of salt, that'll help your egg whites whip up, and we want to take them to soft peaks, which means when we lift the whisk out, they still sit at the peaks. I think we're about there. What we do now, we need to fold these in. So you have to be careful not to knock the air out of this. You've just whipped those egg whites up and they're lovely and aerated. So you just want to turn them in. Here, that moisture's starting to make that baking powder fizz, so it's all starting to work together. And then once it's all nearly incorporated, just give it a bit of a... And there is our pancake batter. So I'm going to let that sit for 10 minutes and then we can crack on cooking. Okay, so now our pancake dough has rested for about 10 minutes. We've got our pan nice and hot. I've got an actual crepe pan. They work just as well in a frying pan. It's totally cool. So I've got some unsalted butter here. So I'm just going to cut a little wedge of that. Get your butter into the pan and a tiny little splash of oil so that butter doesn't burn. There you go. And then just let it cook on a medium heat. I'm not going to flip it because I'm not a tosser, although not everybody would agree with that. And then it's about a minute. Flip it over. Wow, look at that. So it's nice and thick and fluffy. It'll just be another minute or so on that side. And then once this is done, we can get our bacon grilling. Pan nice and hot, and you want to use streaky bacon. I just think it works better with this dish. You don't have to pan fry it. You can grill it. And you don't have to put any oil in the pan because there's enough residual fat in this bacon to cook this nicely. So another 30 seconds or more, and then we can plate this bacon up on our stack of pancakes and soak it in that beautiful maple syrup. Get that bacon piled on there. Nice crispy golden ones at the top. And then maple syrup. Oh, look at that. Heart attack on a plate. Awesome. Find the recipe on cranble.com and remember, God bless America.